Hurricane update, middle of October, hurricane season 2024. And even though we have two areas to watch, consensus seems to be that you can let your guard down. I don't necessarily think that's the case, that you should let your guard down. I think you should stay aware and be prepared for at least one more hurricane to hit the United States of America before this year's over. Could be totally wrong, though. I don't want to freak you out, but it is spooky season. All right. Yeah, most of the models are like, you ain't got shit to worry about. Some just showing you the ones that are like, you might have shit to worry about. But even this one, this is really only talking to Mexico, but it does form a hurricane-like thingy, and then it takes it into Mexico. So if you're Mexico, I would definitely pay attention. And the icon kind of does a version of the same thing, where this is the one of the ones we're watching. This is the other one we're watching. This has the high pressure push it into Mexico. And this has the high pressure just have this one hang out in place over these islands. So it's definitely something to watch, but nothing to freak out about. But if I were definitely, well, let's watch them both, shall we? All right, this is probably not going to be the greatest Thor News episode ever. I wore a jacket yesterday because it was kind of cold. That's what all this shit is representing. It's getting kind of cold. There are cold fronts hitting people, so be aware. Yeah, over the next 4 days, there's a chance you could get frosted and freeze. So put your mittens on, wear your boots. Heavy rain in this area. The high winds there. And for my fellow, Alaska's got a lot of shit going on. Hopefully you guys are okay over the next week. So I drove out to Oklahoma to see the comet. Didn't see it, I don't think. A lot of people have had a lot of amazing photographs. I haven't seen anybody show it on the stereo ahead HI2. So that's what I'm doing right now. This is Comet C 2023 A3 Atlas Sunshinshin. And I got to warn you, if you live in a state where marijuana is legal, or you get a really potent dose of the legal Texas CBD, or not lethal, but like mind altering, or like THC3 or whatever it is, don't stare in the galactic center for too long. You might see freaky things. The galactic center is so weird, dude. What is that thing up there? And then there's the big ball up in here. Yeah, right there. Like this whole thing. What if that's a giant spaceship? It's probably not, though. Anyway, in my opinion, we've seen a large number of pop-up asteroids under 0.8 lunar distances, or 0.8 and under, in the last 30 days or so. Like for example, totally awesome 12, because it missed us, and 2024 too much 20. Day before yesterday and yesterday, they missed us. This one was a decent size. Anyway, that's cool, but where are they coming from? And I'm doing my best to not be political, but I just want to mention this, that if you want to get 3 million Twitter followers and a $25,000 X/Twitter biweekly payout, you got to tell people crazy shit like this. If this election is clean, Trump wins all 50 states. Come on, man. So that's basically like setting up, being like, yeah, if he doesn't win all 50 states, they cheated. And I don't think Massachusetts has gone to a Republican in like almost 50 years. Anywho, I'm just saying, this year's race seems close and kind of hard to call. Most Republicans and Democrats seem unified on the fact that the idea of taking away the block function on Twitter is a bad idea. Meaning, like usually, if there are people you don't want to see their tweets, put into your For You. If they talk shit or just for whatever reason, you don't want them to see your tweets and you don't want to see their tweets, you can block them. But now, if your posts are set to public, accounts you have blocked will be able to view them, but they will not be able to engage. Anyway, it just seems weird. They're not giving a reason for it. Anyway, seems like a bad idea to me, man. Slow news day. And so far the October surprises felt like duds. And the Gulf is still really hot. Colin McCarthy letting us know, watch as dry offshore winds invade California over the next 60 hours. Wildfire danger skyrockets. So, just letting you know. It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. And whether weenies are dreaming of a white Halloween for spooky entertainment purposes only. All right. Okay. Trump selling a crypto token is weird, in my opinion. He changed his mind. Back in the day, he used to be like, Bitcoin destabilizes the dollar. And that is like, crypto's great. I think no matter what, who wins, 2025, 2026, probably 2027, you're going to be pretty rough on a lot of levels. And they say the artificial general intelligence is coming soon. And so, if that's true, you would need a UBI, universal basic income, because a lot of people get laid off from their jobs. And so if you get kind of the robot component and the AI component with no UBI component, that's scary. Yeah. Anyway, mushroom cloud fire in Arkansas. I hope everybody's okay. Guess it was at a plastics chemical plant. Horrifying new footage shows the French Broad River in Asheville, North Carolina, covered in toxic trash. Severe flooding caused the river to rise so high, waste can even be seen hanging from the tops of trees. And let me just say, like, both sides have gotten into this thing where, to me, they're lying about subjects. Like the idea that the National Guard or the Army has provided absolutely no help to any one of these people, that's totally false, dude. If you believe that, you don't understand the National Guard. Or that, like, Trump did a question, town hall, where he answered questions for like an hour, and then for the last 6 minutes, he danced to Ave Maria. And then they tried to say that he didn't answer any questions and he just danced to Ave Maria for like an hour. That wasn't true. Like, everybody on the left ran with it. And it's just really, we just reached a point where a lot of people seem to have given up their integrity to try to sell a narrative when like 99% of the people have already decided who the hell they're going to vote for, you know? If they're even going to vote. Anyway, we just seem to be in a shitty spot. Hey, Blackpink in your area. Well, actually, these country singers covering Blackpink, so how you like that? You'd know if it had sound, but it doesn't. Hey, winter storm names are out. Anya Taylor-Joy, Demi Moore, Jet Rink, Jack Harlow, Ileana Magic, Quentin Tarantino, Theo. Anywho, the internet says Canada's the worst place ever. Is that true? I'd like to go to Canada someday to eat their poutine. 5.9 earthquake near Mexico. Hope everything is okay. Joe Rutch never needs a clutch. Crutch. Shit. Hey, winter storm watch. You could get 2 feet the white stuff if you're lucky. South Fork and North Spoon. Man, Rose is supposedly collaborating with Bruno Mars, and I think I'm going to see Bruno Mars in Vegas during my birthday week in December. Hopefully she'll be there too. Federal money to help states hit by hurricanes Helene and Milton, nears $2 billion. In good news, in my opinion, Venus enters Sagittarius tomorrow. Go ahead and celebrate well tomorrow. Hey, want to see a fake spin move? Check this out. DeMarcus Ware. Dude, that is boss level. Anywho, I hope everybody stays cool. I've been thinking about this for like 6 months, and I only throw it in at the very end of the video. But the like snow cap on the top of, if that's what it is, Mars has been getting bigger. And they stopped giving us like the Martians rover, and not rover, but the satellites that are over Mars. They stopped giving us the photos, so we just get the like from Earth photos. And yeah, you can totally tell it's getting bigger. And so like if Trump wins as planetary defense commander, I don't think I have to worry about a civil war. But he's going to be talking trash about people 24/7, which then in turn inspires other males and some females to just talk trash about other people 24/7, which isn't necessarily my vibe. Anywho, but I'll be whoever wins, I'll be planetary defense commander as far as I know, if I make it there. And I'll do the best job I can. I mean, Trump survived this whole time as commander in chief when I was there, and as far as I know, Biden survived the whole time, and hopefully I can continue to do a great job. And at no point does it help for me to just be a cheerleader of a politician. And so, no matter who gets elected, I think 2025, 2026 are probably going to be pretty rough. Your radar weather is like, hey, there are some models that suggest a return to severe weather chances across the southern plains next week. This is common amid our second season, when severe weather exhibits a secondary peak in the autumn. And yes, I am hoping to get some high quality hugs when in Vegas. Yeah, it's just weird. Like, the amount of men who complain all the time has gone way up in the last decade publicly. Like, one thing, James Gunn, who did a great series called Peacemaker, in my opinion, he's making the new Superman. So I'm kind of excited about it. And then a bunch of people went up in arms because they were like, Krypto the dog, the super dog, he shouldn't look like that. And Mr. Gunn, based it upon he survived it. He got a rescue dog and took care of it. And he said that inspired his Krypto. The dog, not the coin. So people were mad, and I guess you can get like 1 million YouTube hits on your video if you complain about comic book movies nowadays. That's a whole weird thing, too. On that note, I thought She-Hulk was great. But holy crap, was that like a cottage industry for people who complained about that show. I knew. And then, have you seen The Penguin? It's really well done. Except for I have a problem when I watch it. I keep thinking, man, this would be so much cooler if Batman showed up. You know what I'm saying? And I still think Only Murders in the Building Season 4 is probably the best show on TV right now, or streaming, whatever you want to call it. It's the one with Selena Gomez, Steve Martin, Martin Short, and it's just hilarious. If you need a laugh, that's where I go. Pretty much hit play as soon as it comes out at 2 a.m. every Tuesday. Snow! Oh yeah, NASA was like, oh yeah, we are officially in the solar maximum period. When peak will be, we won't know. But they say we're officially in the solar maximum. So it could be anywhere now to next November. I remember like 99% of people were like, this solar maximum will be low. And then me and a couple other people were like, no, it will not. So we were right. No medals though, no awards, no scientific accoutrements or whatever. Speaking of dogs, a dog climbed the pyramid, one of the pyramids in Egypt today, which is really cool. It's like a super dog, man. I've been, when we get to world peace, then I can get a wife and start a family and get dogs and cats and horses. I've been missing not having a dog or a cat lately. I guess it's weird that his name. I mean, Krypto was there before Krypto. Am I making any sense? There was also a 6.0 earthquake in Turkey. The late October weather pattern looks like a potential preview of winter. I'll say this. It does seem like Trump has done a good job of convincing people that 2020 was a better year than 2024. Totally disagree with that. I didn't like the coronavirus, the lockdowns. I thought that I would rather have not had a plague. So I think there's definitely a chance he could win. But the whole thing about Republicans overturning Roe v. Wade, I think if women show up in big numbers like, hey, that was a bad idea, Kamala could win. Well, I predicted the election super accurately in 2020. This does seem like a toss-up. So I think the people who are like, oh, yeah, I'm 100% convinced so-and-so's going to win, I think they're telling people what they want to hear, but who knows? You know? Yeah, I'll make a whole video about the DOD was like, yeah, there was a bunch of drones in an alien mothership. Kind of blew like that. That's whoo. And then remember they were like, don't go to Europa, and they're like, we're going to Europa. I sure hope this is a good luck comet, and suppose that there's another one coming, and next month. And then I always wonder, do some of the stuff that flies off, the debris, does that end up asteroids headed our way? They're like, but space is big. I'm like, yeah, but comets are big too. Anyway, overall, doomed so bad, boobs are back. But don't worry, she's probably AI. So this isn't inappropriate at all. Plus, there's no nipple. So, oh yeah, so what was the thing? North Korea blew up a bridge and road connecting North and South Korea, which seemed really peaceful. So I tried to do a deep dive into why North Korea and South Korea hate each other. And then I ended up doing some research on Taiwan and China. Oh, wow. What a complicated world we live in, where nobody ever seems to want to work out their issues. Anyway, what was it talking about? Oh, joint sword. China launched a simulated blockade around Taiwan. A deployed fleet of 34 ships. They had 153 PLA aircraft detected, with 111 entering Taiwan's airspace, most ever in a single day. And so the astrology suggests 2025 there's either a civil war or a major world war or both. So let's hope we, because remember how like in 2015 I was like, look, we all need to unite before 2020 gets here. We'll get hit with something nasty like a plague. And we didn't unite. And then we got hit with the plague. Well, 2025 is one of those years also. If we don't get our shit together by the end of the year, whatever prize we win, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. We don't want to win a stupid prize in 2025, do we? No. Anywho, I guess that's the good thing about being older is we don't really get scared anymore. Asterisk. This is a wildfire and the comet. And here's the thingy. Slow news day, but this video's almost 20 minutes. I've been waiting for this video to come out for months. But she said it's sad, and I was like, it doesn't feel sad. Anyway, but I haven't heard the whole song yet. I do hope I live to see the Superman movie. Remember that, like, Trump didn't finish the wall because I think he had a Democrat Senate or House or both. And so it's not just one person, It's like, 535 people in the Senate and the House? So everybody gets all hyper-focused on one when it's like the group of 535. I think it's designed that way. Anyway, I'm just saying, I think 2025, 2026 are going to be pretty rough, regardless of who wins. So I like to keep my expectations really low. It's also one thing I've learned while being older. If you keep your expectations low, that way if stuff does great and overperforms, you're super happy. As opposed to having high expectations and being sad because they underperform. So the comet has an anti-tail. So it's a unicorn comet. So hopefully unicorn comets are good luck. I mean, the penguin is definitely well done. I just think heroes are cooler than villains. Everybody has their own perceptions. For example, I asked a friend the other day, who's a Republican. I said, what grade would you give Biden as president? And they were like, F. I was like, what? That's crazy. Like, I wouldn't give, as planetary defense commander, I would not give Obama, Trump, or Biden an F. To get an F as president, for me, you'd have to have World War III break out, civilization collapse, the currency die, have like half the people die. Like, so none of the presidents, while I've been planetary defense commander, have gotten an F. I don't think any of them have gotten a D. It's just weird. I don't know. People just kind of take things, and everybody's entitled to their own opinions. I'm saying, taking stuff to the extremes. I don't know. I wish we could get back to like cooler, better times where everything wasn't so polarized. And look, I respect your right to believe you're a man or a woman, but I think it would have helped Kamala and the Democrats if they would have been like, all right, biologically born males or females shouldn't be allowed to play, biologically born men shouldn't be allowed to play women's sports because they have a biological disadvantage or advantage. Anyway, stay cool and enjoy the cold front. All right. God bless everyone.